I recently had the opportunity to paint outdoors at a friend's home. This house is surrounded by beautiful oak trees, and the morning light created really nice shadows from the trees on the ground. This painting isn't meant to be a polished studio piece in any way. It's a plein air study, an exploration of light, color, and composition. Along the way, you'll see a friendly dog visit. Kids can be heard playing in the background, and birds were singing, airplanes flying by. These everyday sounds and interruptions are all part of what makes painting outdoors fun. My goal isn't perfection, it's to observe, experiment, and capture a fleeting moment. Occasionally, my plein air studies help inform studio paintings. Time will tell with this one. I really like the white house with the sun reflecting on that one side, on the left-hand side. I made a quick sketch on the paper before starting in on the first washes. Do that. I'm going to use this brush here. And we'll use some French Ultramarine. Maybe have some clouds in there. Let's see. There are areas of... Since the trees are darker than the sky, I can just kind of paint over the whole thing. Those trees will come up into the sky. I want to vary the tone of the sky a little bit. Bring some yellow ochre in. So it always helps to warm the sky up just a little bit. That's going to be fairly light, so maybe darken it on one side a tad bit as well. Maybe on this side. Add some more pigment to that. Just break that edge down there. And that's it for the sky. And then for the bottom area, I'm going to have some gray for the road. Little bit of a blue road here. I want it to be leave some sparkle in it. That wouldn't be a bad thing. In appropriate places. And some ochre in the foreground here. It's pretty yellow. Some more of that gray in the distance, maybe. darker here. Breeze kicking up here. To send my road back a little bit. Let's try that. Let's yellow up the foreground some here. Really soaking this. It's gonna be wet a long time. Yeah, I'm liking that a little better. Wouldn't hurt to go more brown too in the foreground here. Just kind of mix that about. Let's get some variation in there. Okay, while this bottom part dries, I'm going to go ahead and put in some of the upper details. And I'm going to start with some greens, some subtle greens. Bring some yellow ochre in. The ochre is a semi-transparent, so it's going to lay over the sky color pretty well. Let's see here. Let's also do brighter. Mouse. Sure to leave sky holes in, bird holes. This goes almost all the way to the top. I also like to mix in some warm tones. Too much water in there.
some of this lighter, a little bit warmer green. And we'll carry that all the way across here. Don't want all of the treetop areas to be hard edged, so I'm going to cut some of those. Add some more of that blue in there. Grab a smaller brush. Leave a little bit of white at the top of this foreground stuff. And we'll call it light reflection. At some point in the process, I stopped looking at the subject as much and concentrate more on what's happening on the paper. some foliage in the foreground here. I'll go a little bit darker. What I'm doing is I'm really framing this house. Making that the focal point. Alright, so I'm going to start working on the shade in the foreground here. Use this brush. The water's pretty dirty. Deal with that. For this shade, I'm going to take some of the sky color, ultramarine blue, French ultramarine blue. I'm going to throw some violet in there. Just a little bit of that. Okay, let's see how that looks. Now the trick here is to make everything seem fresh and not overthink it too much. More shade in the front. And I might end up putting a fence in here. As I continue on with this, in the process of doing this, my brushes get smaller. Paint gets thicker and darker. try to do things like this house with as few brush strokes as possible. Try not to fuss with it too much. Just the idea, okay, there's a house there. Let's just get some muck here and do that sort of thing. An X there. So I'm gonna try to get rid of some of that. Didn't work out as well as I thought, but that's alright. It's all good. Let's try it with this brush. There we go. That's better. Maybe I'll throw in a little bit of white highlights on some of this One Brilliant here. Ah, that wasn't good.
Well, that's about it for this one. If you want to see more of my art, please visit my website at www.dmasseyart.com, and I'll see you on the next one.